Hi there, this is John Drew and Jole Gabrielle from Elevated Planet. And today, Jole and I were having a conversation the other day, and she was just explaining to me that going through meditations and stuff, she thought there was a value in going back over certain elements and how you can use them in everyday life. And what you said resonated with me because I think, I'm sure there are many instances that I can use that in life as well. So, do you want to just give a little bit of a broader aspect on that?
Yes, because during the meditation, we do a lot of visualizing, generating, creating. And sometimes you can just take pieces of it throughout your day. Of course, we want to do all the soul architecture back together, but sometimes we are in situations where maybe we can only do one or two things, or we just need something specific. So I'm just going to break down each portion of the meditation so that people can mix and match, or they can utilize whatever they want. And then when they listen to our meditation, if I forget to tell you to move your cleaning roses out of your heart, you know to do that regardless.
Right.
So let's begin there. What we like to do is clean our chakras out. Oftentimes when we are having writer's block, let's say, maybe we can take a break, right? And go clean our chakras. Well, how would I do that would be the question. First and foremost, you're always going to ground your energy. So that's a meditation to take with you no matter what. It's one that, we recommend be done first thing in the morning, because what it does is it roots you in your energy. So you're present and aware, and you're able to be in the moment, and act in a way and make choices that support you. So once you ground your energy, you would bring your awareness into your second chakra, because that is all about creativity. There's some blocks going on in there. So you want to call in your cleaning utensils. You want to close your eyes and kind of focus, see what's going on in that. If there's any pictures or any patterns, that's when you want to start to work. Now, how do I recognize any pictures and patterns? When you close your eyes, things automatically start to pop up. Oh, I didn't do my laundry. I remember when I was in the 5th grade and Tommy hit me upside the head. And, all these things are playing in your mind. Believe it or not, those are the blocks. So how do you get them out of your body? How do you get them out of your chakras so you can work? The same way you would do anything. You would clean them out. So what's the pattern in the program? The pattern is that I'm upset and I'm angry because I don't speak my truth. I don't feel I'm worthy enough to set boundaries and stand up for myself. Therefore, since I was 5, people have been hitting me upside the head and walking all over me. So I'm at a point now where I can't write, right? So
Yeah.
what are you going to do? You ground your energy now, and you start working with that program of unworthiness.
Mm.
And then those pictures that came in, we'll get to those. So that's what you do. You call in the golden rose-shaped cleaning utensils to start helping you clean out that energy. That's the first step, just working with the chakra. You recognize the pattern. If you say, I can't see, I can't, can you hear? Can you feel? If you can hear, you hear your mom's voice saying, you'll never amount. Okay, so now it's time to take that voice and have a conversation with it. Maybe you can't speak to your mother about it, but you can in your mind say, you know what? She's not right. She was lying. She had her own issues and problems that she was putting on me. You see, now you're starting to unpack things. Now you're starting to take responsibility for the fact that this happened to me, but it's mine now. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. So that's kind of how you can do it, is by exploring your thoughts and your pictures, by bringing in those golden rose-shaped cleaning utensils, taking the time that you need to breathe, allowing them to work, making sure you put that golden sun above your head. So now we'll move into that. Once you begin to clean out that chakra with those golden rose-shaped cleaning utensils, scrubbing bubbles, whatever it is you want to use, then the golden sun is important because nature abhors a vacuum. So what we do is once we move out that energy either down the grounding cord and we'll explain the rows outside the aura, we will bring that golden sun down and allow it to fill up that space and place, giving us a new perspective, helping us move out of that energy of being blocked.
Mm.
And so we go back in front of our computer and we start typing, and then all of a sudden we get into the flow. Some people say, well, I'm still blocked. Well, are you in front of your computer typing? Are you writing, or are you just saying it? So once you clean out your chakras, then you put it to the test. You go back in front of your computer or your book and you begin to write. And if you're still blocked, go again, clean out your chakras. Maybe this time you need to go to the fourth. I would say clean all 7. Okay, so that's how you would clean your chakras out based upon what's going on. I am so unproductive, tired, I feel lazy, or as if something is on me. Cleaning out the first is really going to help. Ground the energy first, and then bring in golden rose-shaped cleaning utensils. Gold, because it's the highest energy from the divine, and it is able to transmute things, and so are roses. Roses are protection. So the golden sun, once it comes down from the divine, it's able to help you reprogram and move about in a different way. So we know the chakras spin out and create an aura layer. So sometimes you're driving and all of these pictures are coming into your mind of the past, and you're sitting there literally reliving it, having conversation again, saying things differently. This, you are holding a picture or a video. This sits on your aura layer. So because of this, now we have triggers and people can feel our energy. They can feel the fact that we are holding trauma from experiences in our past. Maybe they can't articulate it,
Right.
but they feel it, like, oh my God, she's kind of serious, or oh my God, he's
Mm.
da-da-da. You've heard it, or I don't like his energy. Like, those are your pictures that people are coming up against.
Interesting.
So how do we pop those out, or how do we get rid of those videos and pictures? Were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, no, it is interesting because, it's almost like I understand we all at some level have psychic senses. And one of the things that you mentioned before, which kind of resonated with me as well, which is like you mentioned about when somebody steps up close to you and you feel their energy field within your energy field. And I never thought about it in those terms previously, but that's exactly what's happening, right? You have this auric energy field that is around you, which is based from your chakras, and it's kind of creating this. And if you have some sort of anxieties and things going on at that particular point in time, it's almost like as people come into your energy field with their energy field, they are able to, they feel they, again, you can't articulate it to your point, but you can feel there is some resistance there, that there is a trouble there is a problem there. It makes a lot of sense, and I'd not really thought about it in this way before, but I like it. To me, it does make a lot of sense.
Because once you can, sometimes you feel a certain way, right? And you can't articulate it. You have no idea how to tell anyone how you're feeling, because the word is just a feeling. So when you have your soul architecture, sort of, you understand it, you're able to work with it a little more to kind of give wording to your boundaries, give wording to your needs. You can identify. So these are some of the exercises that help us. So when we talk about the aura layer and holding videos there and pictures, how do you pop them out? It's a simple meditation that you see them. Of course, do I see boxes and pictures? Not as it's like, I don't. Sometimes I do if I hone in on other people, but for me, I'm really not that concerned. I just want it out of me. So I can spontaneously send these pictures out of my aura layer. Yes, I see sometimes, okay, if I'm to look at pictures of unworthiness, let's look at the second chakra. I'll give you an example. All right. I can see that I have pictures down around my feet, like they're kind of moving out and down. I've got a few over here and over here. I've learned to trust myself. So I would pop them out, because in my aura layer, I can see them. There's some up here, some back here, but most of them are down by my feet because I'm becoming more worthy. So I pop all of them out, I drain them into roses beneath them. And then I put golden sun. What is that doing when I drain the energy? That is removing the charge. My mom oftentimes tells me you are very sensitive. You wear your heart on your sleeve. That's ineffective for living in this lifestyle, in this life. So
Right.
what I do, she's let me know, I sense that you are a little too sensitive and what you want to work on that. So all of these instances of sensitivity, or when I've been offended or I've been insulted, I just go ahead and pop them out. I remember when such and such said this to me, and I'm holding on to this, that, pop them out. You drain them of their charge. So now when you're in that situation again, you
Mm.
go, I don't have to act that way. I now have a boundary and I'm able to articulate what it is that I need in this moment. So the pictures drain them of their color, drains them of their charge and their trigger. You
Mm.
take those roses because they represent the highest form of transmutation. And we know this to be true throughout society. What we have, the Rosicrucians, we have the Order of the Rose. I think those, we have this symbol that the Jesuits and other societies have used to signify what? The transmutation of negative energy into positive energy and protection.
Right.
So one of the things you can do as well, after you want to fill up these pitchers, once they've been drained, you move those roses out into the rose outside your aura. You fill them up with golden suns, and then you store them in your memory bank so that now you can set the proper boundary.
Mm.
And your aura is now, you're not triggering people. People aren't triggering you, and you can bring in a healthy dose of forgiveness. Now, we know whenever we move anything out of our aura layer, we must fill it up. Golden sun, and you bring it down and you visualize, create, and imagine it filling up the spaces and the places where you move the picture out of your aura. So it's like some people say, I cannot see. You can feel or hear. So let's say that your aura layer, you're like, I have no idea. Do you feel a tingling in your shoulder? Do you feel a tingling over here? You see the picture is right here. The picture is right here. So wherever you're feeling any type of sensation in your body, that's where the picture's at in the aura layer. So you just pop it out. You can spontaneously see it happen. You can use your hands to make it happen as well. Now, let's go back to the rose. The rose is also a symbol of protection. So let's say you're going to some place like court or in a contentious situation where you feel like I need protection. You can put roses, imagine, create, or visualize roses completely surrounding your aura layer. And that way you'll notice it'll back people up and it'll help you to protect yourself. Now, is it instant? It can get that way with practice. But when you begin, you will notice it may take 5, 10, 15 minutes. And then before you know it, you've got these roses up and now no one's around you.
Yeah.
And then you're at a party and you're all alone. You can play with these things, so you can either put up, like, let's say you're in a loving relationship and you're having issues. Why don't you put a rose in front of your heart so that you can really listen, and in your ears or here, so you can really listen and hear what your partner is saying without being triggered.
Mm.
These are some of the symbols and tools, energetic tools that we can use to help our soul architecture to stay aligned with our highest good. And
Mm.
some of the things we use in the meditation. So whenever you clean anything out, you want to bring in that golden sun. You always want to be grounded, making sure your aura is 1.5 feet around you. This is where you're holding all those thoughts and things that crowd your mind because you have a pattern in the chakra. Okay, so this is kind of how we move about cleaning out our soul architecture and really connecting with all of us